Okay, I say we get started. So again, welcome everyone. So good to see you. My name is Sue Weldon. I am the CEO and founder of Unite for Her. And on behalf of our entire staff and board, I want to thank you for joining us today for our first annual town hall. It's like a State of the Union, right? That allows our community to get a clear understanding of our year in review, as well as all the goals and the impact that we have planned for 2025. We invite you to ask questions at the end of this presentation where I have asked my leadership team to address them. Please use the Q&A prompt right there on your toolbar and keep an eye out on that beautiful care box that's in front of you. You're going to see Larissa there holding it, and you're going to see the community as well throughout this presentation showcasing that care box, as it is how we deliver the wellness and the passport program right into the home. So for those of you who don't know Unite for Her, our mission is to enrich the health and well-being of those affected by breast cancer and ovarian cancer by funding and delivering integrative therapies for life. Unite for Her is built on 3 pillars, which our mission aligns and guides our strategy to meet the goals throughout the years. Those 3 pillars are outreach and programming, fundraising, operations and management. And in all 3 of those pillars, the patient voice, the community we serve, is front and center. Let's start with the outreach pillar. It's one of 3, and it is robust. This year, we will support 5,408 individuals across the nation with our Wellness Passport program. We will hold 61 orientations, wellness orientations, either virtually or in person. 2,450 of our members will be early breast cancer patients, 2,491 are living with metastatic disease, 467 are ovarian, and 125 members are in our Spanish program. In addition, we welcome 1,000 members into our newest program, the Empowered Living Program, with a total of 6,408 served this year alone. We cannot do this work alone. Unite for Her fully believes in a collaborative approach and have linked arms with over 100 nonprofits, cancer centers, and community partners all across the nation, all supporting us in our recruiting efforts, led by Nina Richtervada, our Senior Wellness Program Manager. Some of our top recruiting hospital partners called out here on this slide include Penn Medicine, Bay Health, Fox Chase, Weill Cornell, Adventist Healthcare, MedStar, MD Anderson Cooper, and Christiana Care Health System. And some of our top nonprofit recruiting partners include Touch the Black Breast Cancer Alliance, Black Health Matters, 305 Pink Pack, Women's Cancers Research Center, Equal Hope, Advocates for Community Wellness, Share Charette, Links for Hope, Clarity, Okra, and we even get closed Facebook groups where our women share resources with each other. Our recruitment has a great deal of thought behind it. It aligns with our priorities in our strategic plan to bridge health equity gaps, prioritizing people of color and those that are underserved in those communities. Led by our Seniors Wellness Program Managers, Melissa Christie and Nina Richtervada, this year, Unite for Her will serve 58% women of color or underserved, up from 9% in the previous year. Again, we cannot have the success that we have without our national partners, and collaboration is key. Where we have developed meaningful relationships to help Unite for Her expand across the nation, from serving 1,700 members in 2020 to now over 6,000 in 2024. Collaboration where intent and impact truly come together and a community rises up. Now let's take a deeper dive into our outreach and the Hallmark Wellness Passport program, where each member receives $2,000 of integrative therapies, services, and resources. This passport enables our members to have choice, creating their own personal comprehensive care program, choosing from a host of therapies, resources, and services to meet their unique needs, giving them a sense of control in a disease that they had no control over, restoring confidence, helping to improve side effects and symptoms, quality of life, enabling patients to adhere better to treatments. And because of funding constraints, we now have a 3rd program, the Empowered Living Program, where no one will have to be any longer on a wait list. If they're within 18 months of diagnosis, they will receive the Unite for Her Care Box, the education platforms you see scrolling on your screen, and a host of lifelong services welcoming them into the Unite for Her community, turning no one away. We will serve 1,000 members this year with this program. All of our programs are available in Spanish as well, led by our Spanish liaison, registered dietitian, Catherine Romano. We have seen 56% increase over the last year in registrations nationwide, serving 125 Spanish-speaking members. We created a host of digital resources with live and recorded cooking demonstrations, a potty talk series for managing GI issues, fitness memberships, and lastly, a virtual live facilitated support group, all creating a sense of community for all to be seen, heard, and cared for. One area that has taken off, and it's since the pandemic, has also been available on our passport on the back on the All Access Pass, is our online education series, where this year we will host 44 live events in total on topics that are empowering, engaging, and give our community the knowledge, the tools, and the expertise that they are searching for. Whether they are newly diagnosed or living with MBC or going through cancer treatment or just trying to get their life back. This is a robust virtual community at Unite for Her, bridging and bringing the most up-to-date information front and center. Some of our highest attendance and registration rates were the doulas for metastatic and advanced cancer, skin health and cancer, premature treatment related menopause, seated strength for all stages, cooking methods 101 veggies, navigating body image challenges in cancer, integrative oncology and personalized cancer, cannabis care, and how to get a clinical care plan together. To take a deeper dive, our education series led by Erin Pellegrin is made up of 3 platforms, all live on Zoom. Speaker series, Ask the Experts, and a virtual hangout series. They all start with a beautiful mocktail, at least that virtual hangout does, with a recipe from our fabulous registered dietitian. What our team sees through this digital series is a community that brings self-avocation, gaining control, and confidence through knowledge. Here are a few more topics that gained a great following, with registrations over 100. Alcohol and breast cancer, massage and self-care, sexual health and cancer, the importance of clinical trials, and Hey Sis, Are You Okay? Navigating mental health and dealing with symptoms of depression. And if you missed any of these live, not to worry. All are available for our community on our free library at uniteforher.org/herlibrary. And rounding off our digital series is a community favorite, our live cooking webinars, hosted by our team of 4 registered dietitians and led by Erin Pellegrin. They deliver 48 fun-filled, powerful cooking demos a year. Our community jumps on Zoom and either they observe or they cook along with them. They have 1, sometimes 2 registered dietitians there present to answer all of their questions and their concerns, all equally empowering in 1 short hour. New this year, we added a 5-minute food for thought segment in the beginning, where our dietitians take an ingredient and they showcase the healing properties of that herb spice ingredient found maybe in, let's say, their pesto pasta, and they're going to focus on basil. And then they're whipping up this beautiful recipe, but they're also telling you, like, did you know that basil is really good for mouth sores? It aids in digestion. These all can be found on our website, and it's a part of our All Access Pass and Passport program available to our members for life. We have leaned into very difficult topics as well, and GI issues, managing arduous symptoms and side effects that come from the treatment itself. With that, our team created a 5-part potty talk series, a little play on words, that helps members understand ways that they can help ease the symptoms and the nutritional tips and the psychosocial technique of maybe even tapping for emotional and mental well-being. We have formed strategic partnerships in the nonprofit space, collaborating once again to move the mission of Unite for Her forward. Unite for Her and the Touch Black Breast Cancer Alliance this year formed a pilot partnership program where we provide integrative therapies and services to Black breast cancer patients enrolled in clinical trials right at the start, helping them adhere to treatments. This approach gives patients a leg up with a personal nurse navigator connecting and laying a firm foundation of resources and therapies that will help them through the side effects they may encounter during a clinical trial. Our hope is that we will find similar outcomes as we have found our MBC community and the poster that we presented at SABCS in 2022, where 94% of those surveyed answered that they were able to adhere to treatments better because of the Unite for Her program, and 93% reported having a better quality of life. By incorporating our comprehensive care program, we're not only allowing better outcomes, but allowing individuals to live their life, not just trying to save it. Like in 2022, we were once again able to present a poster at SABCS, where the aim of the study was to describe the patient experience with professional support for eating and nutrition among women with breast cancer, and to explore the relationship between health-related quality of life and access to nutrition support. The findings among the Cancer Experience Registry participants with breast cancer, those who did not receive nutrition support reported notably greater symptoms of anxiety, depression, and pain interference than those who did receive that nutrition support. Those who did not receive nutrition support reported significant lower physical function than those that did receive that nutrition support. Unite for Her presented this poster in support of cancer support community. Results stated the benefit of nutrition education and supportive services, including a comprehensive nutrition program like Unite for Her offers for quality of life. Our team spoke at 13 conferences across the country and attended numerous roundtables discussing a comprehensive approach to cancer care, advocating for the integrative care model, sharing the patient voice we are so connected to. It is vital that the Unite for Her community, that we are embedded in our community, in which we want to serve, and attending various events. Partnering with nonprofits throughout the US was on our monthly calendar, both virtual and in person. Here you will see our wellness and our registered dietitian team out in the community sharing the work of Unite for Her. They're educating, they're recruiting, they're presenting posters, they're signing up members along the way. Our second pillar at Unite for Her is our development and fundraising. My staff will hear me say it over and over again. Everybody does development, and it really holds true, very true for our team, each contributing to a meaningful way to meet our fundraising goals. This year, we continue to shine as each of our signature events, led by Cameron Cotravello, our director of development, took front and center, well into the 12th and the 16th year, all meeting their collective budgeted goals. Our 5K, despite a hurricane, had 1,500 walkers and runners show up in the streets of Westchester. Our chef event, 500 attended that day. Pink Invitational, 4,000 gymnasts competing in a sport that they love and giving back at the same time at the Pennsylvania Convention Center. And lastly, our Bloom Fashion Show. This last fiscal, of course, our favorite, right? Where we can actually be so close to the community, hearing their stories of gratitude as they walk that famous Unite for Her runway. These women speak of hope, utilization of tools and resources, all supported by these events. If you have not, please go to uniteforher.org/bloom and take a listen to that highlight reel. We have a How to Get Involved page on our website, and boy, did our community get involved. Our outside special events and our Students Unite for Her program, now in its 14th year, created such a strong sense of community, giving people the foundation to become an advocate for those that they love and they want to honor and support them. We had over 100 games at various schools across the Delaware Valley and the US, advocating for Unite for Her, and over 80 outside special events where companies and groups and churches and businesses all organized and led their own fundraising events, giving proceeds directly to Unite for Her. Together, these two areas raised over $400,000. Each year, we continue to innovate, for we know there is so much more work to do. So what do? We create some new ways to meet our goals of our partners, but also develop meaningful programs that resonate, creating revenue streams for Unite for Her. One being the box builds. We positioned ourselves fully to orchestrate an employee giving day for companies all across the United States. We deliver on pallets, shipped to their facility, all the parts of the Unite for Her care box. And then we activate the box build machine. And in 12 to 40 minutes, teams like Vanguard and QVC and Penn Medicine, West Gilead, CGen, Lilly, and more have built between 200 and 500 boxes and fully funded the contents as well in less than 40 minutes. This is lucrative to Unite for Her. It helps our bottom line, freeing up funding to serve more women in need. Next, we created this metastatic breast cancer sustainer circle, for this is our community that is living with metastatic disease, where we serve them for life, renewing their passport every 6 months for as long as they need. This is a heavy lift for Unite for Her, knowing that we have over 2,000 in this program to date. But we also know that it resonates and how important it is, and that this community feels seen and heard and cared for. It is a different cancer, and we are grateful that individual donors and companies alike have similar goals and support this initiative. And lastly, we've received significant funding from the foundations in Delaware, where we have grown our outreach there because of their investment in Unite for Her. From serving 47 in 2022 to now close to 300 in 2023, 2024, we find that if we align with a state or a community with limited resources and set up Unite for Her programming, activate the recruiting partners and the providers, put them all in play, ready to serve, we just need to find the funding and the grants, and then we can make incredible impact. Remember, intent is there for so many funders, but they need us, the nonprofit organizations, to make the impact. And together, we deliver powerful outcomes and metrics when that investment is made. This year was filled with a lot of media highlights in the local Philadelphia market and in national outlets as well. Led by Corianne Armstrong, our Director of Communications, we launched our awareness initiatives with ad campaigns in Delaware, Philadelphia, including this one that was at the Philadelphia airport during the holiday travel season. I have to give a shout out to them too. That was all in kind that they gave to us. We also had a year filled with media highlights in the local Philadelphia market and in some national markets as well. Collaboration with the Philadelphia Eagles kicker Jake Elliott, that was a favorite. We were featured with the Unite for Her in the My Cleats, My Cause campaign. We also were featured in Kelly Drive's segment on Fox 29 in Philadelphia. The Pink Invitational, there with Maeve Below, she was featured in CBS Philadelphia. And nationally, Unite for Her's Care Box was featured by Katie Couric and media and the Cheddar News outlet. We were featured in national digital publications like Cure.com, Everyday Health, Health Central, and more. We want to recognize our award winners once again for their dedication, their service, their commitment to our mission, our core values, and our culture of Unite for Her. They are truly extraordinary this year. I'm going to start with the Black Breast Cancer Alliance, Touch. They're our Community Partner Award winner. And then Lauren Barron, our Spirit of Service Award. West, our Corporate Partner Award. And then Garnet Valley High School, our Student Service Award. And lastly, our third pillar, Operations and Management, led by Gail Kelly, our VP in this role. This slide shares some highlights of how we built our infrastructure over the years. We are now a staff of 22 employees with a dedicated full-time volunteer in development on our team. It is remarkable what this team can do, and I cannot say enough about what they bring to the table each and every day. We have doubled in size since 2020, where the pandemic became our best teacher, and innovation occurred out of necessity. That was the time our national model was created and took hold. We have a dedicated, forward-thinking, and very committed board of directors comprised of 10 members, with Dr. Lena Lee, Systems Chief of Mainline Health, as our board chair for the last 4 years. Feel free to meet the team on our website, shown here, and we are also looking to expand that board in the upcoming year. We also implemented a very lucrative new member portal and data system, creating efficiencies across the board. Also important to note that Unite for Her is now in its second year of a 3-year strategic plan, expanding our goals set forth in our 2019 initial strat plan. With that as our guide, we make critical decisions as they align with our strategic plan. We lean on our task force for women of color and our advisory board, who are charged with a variety of specialties and expertise that help advise our leadership team in the health equity space, as well as vet and credential all of our integrative care providers available to serve on our community. We are also known for being the gold standard of professional providers in the integrative care space that the medical community looks to when they're recommending therapists and providers to their patients. And lastly, our community would not work as that well-oiled machine that it is without our volunteers, over 400 a year. We engage and always are looking for more to connect with our team and to lighten the load in-house. And you can learn more by going to the link on the screen and asking for Carol Nowry. Now we have a look ahead. Unite for Her aims to serve over 5,900 members in the fiscal year 25 coming up, with 50% of those members being undersupported. We also are aiming to serve another 1,500 in our Empowered Living program. With great growth comes outgrowing of our office space by 3 times the amount. And we are so excited to share that Unite for Her has found a new home. We just signed the agreement of sale earlier this month, and we will be located at 22 East King Street in Malvern, a 7,800 square foot facility that is a combination of warehouse space, volunteer space, and office space. Our hope is to have all that fit out and moved in by the end of fall in 2024. With that, we will be embarking on a capital campaign to offset our costs and looking to those who may want to invest in our new location, seeing Unite for Her live on for decades, well beyond any one individual or leader. Our expansion is a direct result of the enormous growth that we have had since 2020, and we will be hiring a few positions next year as well. And lastly, we will be welcoming in a new board chair this June, Amy Gallo, VP of Sales for local markets at Independence, who has also had 6 years of board service to date. As we continue to look ahead, we will look to increase strategic partnerships with nonprofits, corporate, and healthcare partners nationwide. We're going to be leaning into that clinical trial space, looking to form meaningful partnerships, including integrative care alongside those clinical trials, similar to the pilot program that we are embarking on with the Touch Black Breast Cancer Alliance. And we're going to continue to create opportunities for the Unite for Her community patient voice to be heard, bringing them front and center at the advocacy roundtables that we are invited to and a part of nationwide. I always like to end with a mission moment. Our board and staff know this well. So here is your mission moment for this evening. Unite for Her has been amazing. It paid for me to have 10 sessions with an amazing therapist who specializes in helping cancer patients. As a 40-year-old wife and mom of 3 daughters, this is really helpful. Not having stress about footing the bill while paying for all the medical expenses was a huge blessing. They care about you as a whole person, and they want us to reach a complete healing and health. I cannot say enough about the good things that Unite for Her does. Abigail, who better to hear from than those we serve? Our community front and center, all found on our testimonial page on our website. We will always, always have our members be our guiding light, leading everything we do as we expand through the U.S. and look to leave no one behind in need of critical integrative care services. Their voice is vital to the work that we do. It validates our mission, the vision, and these faces that you see are our why. Why we all work so hard each and every day to make great impact on overall survivalship, give hope, and enable people to have much needed access to a comprehensive cancer approach. Unite for Her fills that gap, and we intend to continue to move that needle one person at a time with you, our community, by our side. And now I'm going to have some Q&A. So please use your toolbar down below, pop in a question and answer. I'm going to bring our staff front and center, our leadership staff. I'm going to stop our sharing now. And then we're going to bring them on one at a time here. So I'm going to start with Gail Kelly. Gail is our VP of Operations, and she is going to be spotlighted with us now. And then we're going to, yeah, thanks, Gail. And then we're going to move over to Erin Pellegrin. She is our Director of Nutrition and our Education. Perfect.
Good evening.
Hi, Erin. And then we're going to move over to Cameron Cottrafello. She's our Director of Development. Perfect. Hi, Cam.
Yeah.
And then we're going to bring on Nina Ritrovato, and she is our Senior Wellness Program Manager, as well as Melissa Christie, our Senior Wellness Program Manager. And lastly, Corianne Armstrong, who's actually been highlighting all of us tonight. Thank you, Corianne. And she is our Director of Communications. Okay, so Corianne, I know you're going to be watching our questions, please. So that would be wonderful. If you can just let me know. I'm going to pull up that panel and pull it over to my other screen. So that way I can see them come in as well. All right, we have one coming in, and this one's going to go for you, Gail. So I love the new portal. Yay! We love it too.
Yay.
Who should I reach out to if I have any questions about it?
Well, that could be me. The easiest way to do that is to just send an email to info, I-N-F-O, @uniteforher.org, and that comes directly to me.
Perfect. Thank you, Gail. Nina, I have one that goes to you. So who qualifies for the wellness program?
That is a very, very good question. First and foremost, I would like to say that the important thing to remember is that anyone diagnosed with breast or ovarian cancer at any time will qualify for one of our programs. So we have a program for everyone. And if you have any questions specifically, you can feel free to reach out to Melissa or myself directly, and we can let you know whether someone would qualify for one or the other. I will say that stage 0 applicants do get qualified for the Empowered Living program, and that's our new program that Sue touched on. Stage 1 through 3, and then metastatic breast and recurrent ovarian could qualify for the Passport program. And it really depends on many factors, too many for an individual outside of Unite for Her to try and remember. It does also depend upon the funding that we have available as well, and hospital partnerships. So again, I would just encourage individuals that you speak to who have been diagnosed to apply for one of our programs, because either way they get amazing resources.
Amazing. And we're really happy about that.
Yes.
Yeah, no one turned away. All right, Melissa, this one's going to go to you. How are our providers chosen for the wellness program?
Oh, great question. So as someone just asked about, the portal and everything like that, these are some new changes that we've implemented this year. We're super excited about it. So literally every day I am contacted by different people in our communities wanting to be provided for Unite for Her. And although we would love to accept them all, our job here at Unite for Her is to make sure that we are providing our members a quality care provider, right? So for us, that means that we are doing our vetting process. So Sue mentioned during the presentation that we have, our board of advisors, and on our board of advisors, we have what we call lead advisors for each modality of the providers in our network. And so those lead providers are, this is their profession, they know. So they're not only looking to make sure that the new providers coming in are insured or licensed, that's, a given, but more importantly, they're making sure that they have oncology background and oncology continuous training to make sure that they know how to serve our members. And we're so thrilled about that, because that means no matter who you're choosing on our provider directory or our new portal or provider list, that you can be self-assured that you are going to find someone who's going to be able to take care of you and your particular situation. So we're very proud of that vetting process.
Terrific. Thank you, Melissa.
Maurice?
All right, I have one coming in for you, Erin. You ready? It's a great question too. So what can we expect with the educational segments coming up? And will you be covering any new topics?
Oh, definitely. This is a great question and something I get really excited about. So we have lots of new segments coming up, and I will highlight a few of them. But where we are generating a lot of our ideas are from our community members. So anytime you attend one of our educational segments, and we've got 3 different platforms, you're likely receiving a survey, and we read all of them. So new ideas or suggestions for topics are what drive us to continue to curate educational segments that are thoughtful for you. So what we have coming up in the next fiscal, new topics include touching on PTSD and risk of recurrence. We're actually touching on that a little later this month. We're having a wonderful panel discussion on cancer and family and how to communicate with family about a diagnosis. We're touching on the relationship between stress and cancer, lymphedema in the ovarian community, also immunotherapy in the ovarian community. So what is new and upcoming in that regard? We're also touching on pain management and focusing on how different integrative therapies can be part of overall pain management. So we're looking at acupuncture and Reiki coming up. A little later this fall, we're looking at meditation and massage therapy. So we'll be touching on that. We're also honing in on specific side effects. So we'll be having a segment on radiation side effects, what to expect, how to manage those. And then just overall, one of the most suggested topics was understanding risk of recurrence, more from a medical perspective. So lots of new topics that you can expect to see this fall. But again, I always like to say, look for that survey after you join us. Keep thinking of suggestions and topics that you'd like to see, because we want to continue to bring important discussion to our community.
Yeah, perfect, Erin. Can you tell Erin and I have been building our calendar out for next year? So she had them all. She was ready to go. Thank you.
We're ready.
We're ready. Yeah. All right. This is for our national members. How can we get involved even if we aren't local? Cameron, I'm going to throw that one over to you.
Sounds great. Thank you, Sue. So there, as we have continued to grow, you saw within the deck too, that Sue did speak about different ways that our community can get involved. And one of those ways in the fundraising aspect is our upcoming 12th annual 5K. So it is a 5K run or walk. You can also participate 2K, but you can do that from anywhere. So our goal is to have all states across the nation, involved with us. Gather your friends and family, walk with them in your local neighborhood. You can do a meetup in your area as well and gather other members from our community, and all of you walk together. But it is an easy way to feel a part of our community. Join us on social throughout the summer and in the fall. Post where you're walking from, why you're walking, and have other members then tell you where they're walking from. So it's a fun event. Hopefully, like Sue said, no hurricanes this year, and we'll maybe cross that 3,000 strong in Westchester, but we want 3,000 strong across the nation too. So we have our 5K, all of our events, there is a virtual aspect that you can usually watch along on social. So if you are not following us on social, Corianne, I hope I'm not stealing an answer for you, but if you're not following us on social, please do. All of our events, all of the incredible resources Erin and Nina and Melissa are speaking about are on there as well. And then also corporations, this new avenue of our box builds that Sue touched on earlier. It is an incredible way to connect with your organization. Let them know about Unite for Her. Maybe you are a member and you want to pay it forward and have your organization pay it forward and help build boxes. We can do it from anywhere. We've heavy lifted, across the nation before. Carol Nowry, our incredible coordinator and manager, crosses all boxes when it comes to doing those box builds anywhere. And it's a great way to see for your employees to feel that care box, feel what goes out to our community, and help us carry that load and fund that as part of an employee give back day. Also, corporations sponsoring events, sponsoring education series that we do, food for thoughts series that we do. So the list is really endless on how to get involved. Just feel free to reach out to any one of us on the development team, or reach out directly to the info email, and it will get directed to the correct person from Gail to, bring you into that community even stronger.
Yeah, thank you, Cameron.
Mhm.
Actually, see our friend Katrina is joining us from Pfizer, and she just said congratulations to Unite for Her on your new home. We are so excited, Katrina, and the important work that you're doing to improve the quality of life and the patients. While I've known the organization in Sioux for a while, I have not been to a town hall. It's because this is our first one, Katrina. So that's why. And I am so impressed by all the programming. We are excited about our new partnership. We are too. So thank you. Thank you. All right, we had another one come in. Where did I lose that one? Oh, Corianne, it's you. So can you tell us a little bit about your marketing and communications plans for the year ahead?
Sure. Yeah, thank you. We're just excited. So we are growing and our team is hiring a senior communications associate. And we're just really looking to support all of our new initiatives. We'll have a beautiful new office. We'll be celebrating our 15-year anniversary this fall. And we have all of these amazing fundraising and outreach events. And our team works really hard to just support them with everything that they need, down to, working through this Zoom and kind of managing the chat. So our goal is really just to continue to find new ways to innovate, to support our mission and reach our members, and also just always looking for new ways to make sure that we're sharing that mission with the community. So Cam kind of mentioned it, perfect segue. Social media is so important for us. And so if anyone watching, if you're on social media, whether it's Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, X, Twitter, take your pick. Take a note, take a look at our different channels, like a post, share a post, mention our profiles with any of your networks. That word of mouth, whether it's in person or online, is so helpful to our organization, both with just connecting people with our critical resources and also helping to bring up that conversation of, maybe someone's looking to get involved and they don't know how. If you happen to share about the 5K, that's a great community event that everyone can join in. So, it's such a small action of liking a post and clicking something, but we really do see those effects, and they're widespread and can be done from anywhere. So in the next year, we're just looking for always for new ways to really dive in and grow that awareness, both online and then in traditional media, and kind of whatever new technology throws our way.
Terrific. Thank you, Corianne. Cameron, you're going to like this one. So can Unite for Her have a walk like other organizations do, like 3 miles for Unite for Her, or any miles once in a month or in a year? Or
Well, we do. So great news.
Yeah.
We do, and you can be a part of it. Corianne did pop in the chat. So if you don't have the chat up, you can look right there, the link to all of the information about our upcoming walk. So that is, you can run, you can walk, you can do a half marathon actually. And the in-person is September 28th in Westchester, but you can join us virtually from anywhere that entire weekend. We've had Bermuda, we've had international. So, and once a month, what Corianne and I were actually even just talking about was empowering our community to get out there all summer and walk for, you don't just have to do it that weekend. New York City, so you can do it in New York City. We have a big community that maybe we could even, look to do a meetup at a specific area in New York. You're welcome to reach out to me, and I can, help you, or we can connect you to other members in that area. We could put a post out there on social. But yes, you can join our run walk from New York City. You can get a t-shirt directly from us. All of the information about that is in the link that Corianne posted in the chat, but please feel free to also reach out with any questions and we can, direct you, and we'd love to have you a part of it.
Yeah. I know a few people in New York City, Cam. I might have to start activating them.
I agree. I think we have people from all over that we can have little pockets of our Unite for Her run walk across the nation.
Yeah, amazing. All right, Gail, I'm thinking this one's for you. So, have we made any operational changes that would position us for continued growth?
Well, we sure have, and we continue to do that all the time. Sue mentioned earlier the new database and member portal that we have transitioned to in the last few months. This is a custom designed system to help us track passport usage, but also to allow our members to now log in, see what they've used, and also to process orders directly through the portal for offerings like Sunbasket and Farmbox and the Lancaster Farm Fresh CSA. It's really allowed us to sort of take things to the next level and improve our efficiencies and our transparencies with our members. In addition, this year, we've started to use Instrumental, which is a comprehensive grants database and management tool. And as we've increased our focus of the development team on finding and securing grants, Instrumental's been a really valuable tool in not only identifying grant opportunities, but just managing the whole grant process. You know, we're now applying for hundreds of grants a year, and having something like Instrumental really improves our efficiencies and just hopefully our success rate in securing those grants as well.
Yeah, go green, right? Go green.
Okay.
We say that internally. Yeah, yay green. Okay, Melissa, I think this one is for you. Who qualifies for the wellness program? Oh, sorry. No, wrong one. Let me try again. I'm going through, sorry. Would Unite for Her ever consider adding new passport services?
That's a really great question. Thank you. Yeah. So, we've talked about that. And again, in the deck, there is so much information in the deck. So it's great that these questions come up because we can just kind of emphasize different bits and pieces there. So one of the things that Sue said is that, we do surveys, and our surveys come back and we get all of this rich, information back. And our surveys tell us that the therapies that we have and we provide on our passport, like acupuncture and massage therapy and all of them, Reiki, counseling, nutrition, the fitness, all of those integrative therapies help our members to reduce and eliminate the number of medications that they may be using. It helps them to feel better. So we are very secure in all of those passport offerings that we currently have. However, we're always open to, introducing more therapies. So some of the things that we have introduced as a part of our educational series have been like art therapy. This has been one that has been like phenomenal for our members, because you think about counseling possibly as a service, but this is a different type of counseling or a different type of therapy. So art therapy is one, or Qigong is another one, or Tai Chi, right? So we're always looking to collaborate with Erin and Sue on the educational front as well, in the digital series that we offer for our education, and bring in different therapies. So although we'll stick to the passport offerings that we have because they are proven, we know that they work, we will always be able to advise you of different therapies and different services that'll be available to you as well. So thanks for that question. That's a great one.
Thank you. Great. Erin, so a number of you can answer this, but I'm going to shoot this to Erin. So how do you plan to support the Empowered Living Program members, and even adding nutrition, knowing how valuable that service is? I think you're on mute, Erin.
You think I would have done this once or twice before?
Just a couple.
Just a couple. So we are very excited, and we know how important nutrition and counseling and working with a trusted professional is for this community. And we certainly want to make everyone feel like they have a place to go to connect with someone that's trusted and have open conversations, so they feel like they're gaining more control, among other things, in terms of their long-term health and well-being. And so for our Empowered Living members, They've always had access to our virtual cooking classes, which is a wonderful environment for learning new recipes, learning some culinary skills, engaging with other members, engaging with our dietitian team, just to ask questions about food and how to make certain things and swapping out ingredients. And we're excited that beginning in July 1st with our fiscal, we'll also be able to offer our nutrition consultations to our Empowered Living program as well. So we know that, again, education is so important to our overall mission and philosophy. And so being able to offer that one-on-one guidance, we can connect with any of our members as often as they want. It gives them open dialogue to really put a plan in place or discuss goals that they're working for. So we're really excited to be able to offer that to our members. We're also offering nutrition consults to those from our Latina community, also in the Empowered Living program. So Catherine Romero, who is our is our Latina liaison and really oversees our entire outreach program to our Spanish community, will be able to connect and provide and serve those members as well. So we're really excited to have that one-on-one engagement with our members.
Awesome. Thank you, Erin. We're looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of our members use nutrition and all of the services. I know Gail could give us that stat, but those that are underserved that we support throughout the whole entire nation, over 90% of them are using their entire passport for the food offerings. So it is really critical that we continue to expand that team and the nutrition team. So wonderful. Thank you, Erin. We actually have our friend Donna from Lilly in the group, and she was just congratulating our team for our work. And Lilly is so honored to work by our side to help people with cancer and their loved ones. So, and then she just gave us a little woot woot on our new expanded location. Believe me, we are living in boxes that surround us. Sometimes we come into the office and you're like trying to find who is in that day. So we are very excited too, Donna. Thank you for that. Thank you for your support. Okay, so how about if I go to Nina? This one is how can an individual help spread the word about Unite for Her?
Thank you for that question also, Sue. There are so many ways, and some of this probably crosses over into development as well. So I'll take a stab at it, and Cameron, feel free to jump in at any time. So first and foremost, we're doing fundraising events constantly. Unite for Her does fundraising year round. We have our 4 signature events that you can always participate in and join us for those. We also have individuals do fundraising events. Whatever you're passionate about is a great way to raise funds for Unite for Her and be engaged and help to support new members coming into the program and those that continue in our program as well. We have Students Unite for Her. That can be done across the nation. It does not have to be physically local to where Unite for Her is around Philadelphia. It can be anywhere. Anywhere your students are, they can do fundraising within their school, which is amazing. And we can help support you. We have a development team that can help you, guide you through the fundraising and support your event. We also have box builds, which we touched on, which have been newer for us, but they are amazing. Companies all over have volunteer days, for example. They're looking for ways to give back to their community. This is the perfect way. Your company can sponsor this box build, and we will ship all the materials to wherever your company is, and they can have a box build on site. Don't even have to go anywhere. This has been amazing in so many ways. It helps to support, again, our programs and our members, but it also helps on the back end. We have these amazing care boxes ready to go when we're doing shipments of 150 to 200 care boxes a week. So it just helps us tremendously. If you are local to Unite for Her, come on into the office. We have staff members in there almost every day during the week. We love to see familiar and friendly faces come in. We have something always that needs to be done around the office. Box building, supplies, organizing. We have a garage that we always need to shift things around in. We love having our volunteers come into our office. And then lastly, I would say, if you ever have any questions, you can get in touch with our volunteer coordinator, Carol Nowry, and she can help direct you on where we may need help and support. But there are so many different ways to be engaged and involved and volunteer with us.
Yeah. And if you're looking to spread the word, just know that, there's there's anyone, and anywhere we can serve them, right? So just go to uniteforher.org/apply USA so that we can get our wellness team right there ready to, put them into one of our 3 programs, right? So we can help any of them in the breast and ovarian cancer space. All right, we have one more here, and Gail, I'm going to pop that one to you, and that is the first of the 3 years of your strategic plan is already underway. So what are the highlights?
Good question. So, so we just began working on a new strategic plan at the beginning of this fiscal. And it will extend over the next 3 years. But this year, the focus has really been in a few areas. Sue's touched on a lot of those, but diversifying our funding portfolio, and we've talked about adding new box builds and the metastatic sustainer group. Our continued increased focus on priority members who are women of color or from underserved communities, and that just really is always front and center in everything we do in the wellness program, whether that's our recruiting and the partners that Nina and Melissa are looking to identify, or specific offerings. We've made a bunch of changes this year to add offerings specific for our women of color or specific for our Spanish-speaking members. And so that's just a goal that has really just become a part of our culture now. And then lastly, what I touched on previously, leveraging technology to position us for continued growth. We've grew pretty quickly in a short period of time, and you kind of do what you need to do to keep things going. And now we've had to take a step back and really look at how do we position ourselves, not to serve 6,000 members this year, but to serve, hopefully 15,000 members, in a year to come. So all of those are part of the strategic plan. There's some other things that we'll definitely start to touch on as the next fiscal begins. But they were the highlights for me for the strategic plan this year.
Great. Thank you, Gail. All right, well, I think that is a wrap. So thank you all for joining us. It was our first town hall. We are always open for feedback. You really got a little bit of a glimpse of what our really annual report is going to look like this year when we put this together, and just so grateful that we have, you to give us feedback and to ask all the hard questions and to be there cheering us on as we are continuing to serve thousands now across the nation. So thank you all for joining us. On behalf of the staff and the board, we are very grateful, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.